Joe Tilley's Great Canadian Sports Show is brought to you by DKI Canada. Across the street, across the country. He had dynamite in both hands. Canada's Olympic silver medalist, Egerton Marcus, who also had a great pro career. Joe Tilley's Great Canadian Sports Show. Coming up! Our guest today was born in Guyana, raised in Toronto, founder of the Egerton Marcus Boxing Academy, a Canadian champion multiple times, the 1985 World Cup silver medalist, the 1988 Olympic silver medalist. As a professional, he was 17-4-1 with 12 knockouts, the NABF light heavyweight champion. He fought for the world title 2 times. He is an accomplished actor. He was recently inducted into the Boxing Canada Hall of Fame. Welcome to the program, Egerton Marcus. Good to have you here, my friend.
Oh, thank you. That's a great introduction, Joe. Thank you so much, brother. It's good.
My pleasure. We had lots to work with, my friend. Yeah, lots to work
with.
Yes. So, Egerton, we'd like to begin right at the beginning. You're born in British Guyana. What do you remember about your early childhood?
Oh, man. It was crazy because my mom immigrated to Canada, Toronto. And when she left, I was like, every day people want to pick on me. People want to fight me. It was like I was in a fight pretty well every day since she left. And I guess I just learned tough love the hard way in Guyana.
Well, you mentioned your mother left early to start, things going in Canada, but she was also a boxer back in Guyana. So tell us a little bit about her career.
Well, you see, my uncles, I have 2 uncles that box, Uncle Ruddock and Uncle Charles. And so my mom was, I guess she was close to her brothers, so she used to go to the gym with them. And she started sparring a little bit. And next thing you know, they wanted her to do exhibition. And she was, pretty well one of the first female boxers, what we would say, in Guyana. So she did a few exhibitions, and that was it. She met my father, who was a natural street fighter, and that was it. Yeah.
That's interesting, though. Obviously, women boxing today is a common occurrence, but back in the day, that was not a common occurrence. Did she have trouble getting fights, or?
Well, yeah, it wouldn't happen. She'd have to spar with men. She had a lot of men. She had to spar with men, so she couldn't. There wasn't much out there for her to spar or to train. She only could have trained with her brothers, and she was pretty good at that, and that was it. But then she started having a family, having kids. So I guess that took away from the boxing.
Right, it's pretty hard to have a fight career when you're actually raising kids. But you come by natural. Your mother's a fighter. Your uncles are fighters. Your dad, you mentioned, was a street fighter.
He was a bad man. He was beating up a lot of people. They used to call him Fighter. I didn't know that. They used to call him Fighter. Yeah, Fighter. I'm Fighter's son.
They're Fighter's son. Yeah. Hey, you certainly were a fighter. So, talk about you mentioned your Uncle Charles and your Uncle Braddock, but your cousin Troy was also a heck of a fighter. So there's a lot of boxing within the family.
Oh yeah, everybody can fight in my family. I mean, everybody, even my grandma was a fighter. It just runs in the family. You know what I mean? We don't get bullied. We don't get bullied in my family.
No bullies. I mean, who nobody likes bullies.
I remember I used to get bullied a lot when my mom left, and I used to get bullied a lot in school. People used to try me because I was quiet. But I became a bully's bully after a while because they realized that they can't bully me.
Yeah. Was it always going to be a career for you? Was it always going to be something you pursued seriously, the boxing game?
No, it wasn't. It was just something that pretty well happened. I was like a nerd, right? I was like good at science. I was, I was good in science. I was bad in certain things, but chemistry was my major. I majored in chemistry in high school, and I did pretty good actually. But go figure. I got into the boxing, and it took me away from all that stuff.
What
I
got
like
you?
plumbing. I was good in plumbing. I was good in
Right.
certain trades. I was naturally good in this stuff, but when the boxing came, it just came so fast. I started excelling and winning all these tournaments. My first loss was the finals in the World Cup, and
Wow.
so that was crazy, and that was hard for me to take that.
Right. Well, I mean, it was a really short period of time between the time you actually went to the boxing gym and started boxing until you actually went to the World Cup. How did
Yes,
that
it was short.
happen? Like, how did it happen? How did you end up going to the boxing gym, and how did you end up, advancing so quickly? What was the reason for that?
Well, I trained very hard. I was an explosive fighter. I had good trainers, and I had a determination that I wanted to be the best in the world. And I didn't, I didn't want to lose. I hate to lose. So I trained and I prepared myself. I had my uncles started me off, and then I started winning and winning and winning. It's like they couldn't stop winning. So the harder I fought, the higher I got, the tougher the opponents started to get. But so I had to train harder and I had to respect my opponents. So that's what kept me safe in the game.
What was the key? Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sorry. I was going to say, what was the key to earning your spot on the Canadian team? And tell us about that Canadian team back in the day. How good were you? I mean, this is an incredible team you guys had.
Oh, we had some serious tough guys. One of the baddest cats in on the planet was Asif Cameron Dar, my brother.
Right.
Lennox Lewis. We had Danny Sherry. We have what's the guy name? Slam Bam Paganam, Jamie Paganam, Scotty Olsen, Steve Beaupre, all these guys, man. And what's my heavyweight brother again? Dominic D'Amico. We had a strong team. And what was strong was our unity. And that year when you see me posing with the North American Championship people, is I was the team captain. They finally got me to be the team captain. And I think that's what made our team really strong, because I started to unite our team with songs, because we were intimidated the United States team. I started singing an old Army song I had, and the team started to get together. The song was, Oh, Alele, Abala Tika Tumba, Amosa Musa Musa, Oh, Ale Balewa Balule. And we would sing that song and we'd chant it, and the American team would freak out. They were like, what the hell? Because they never expect. Canadian teams were always soft, mannerly. They never sang. They never came together and challenged them. So we came together. We sang that song, and we cheered each other on as we won. And we won we won a couple of gold in that time. I won it. Who else won it? Lennox won it. Danny Sherry did really well. I think he got the silver. We had a couple other guys did really well in the North American Championship, but because we brought the unity together, and it happened from my first tournament in Bulgaria. I won the best boxer in the tournament as well. My first tournament, international tournament, I won in Bulgaria. I was the team captain then. So I guess they continued as a team captain, and we rocked them in North American championships. It was a great experience. We had Adrian to the rescue. We had Taylor Gordon as good trainers, and the unity was good.
We saw another trainer that actually my former coach, Paul Horty, who coached Scotty.
I love Paul, man. Yeah.
Paul was always a lot of fun, eh? Yeah.
I love Paul, man. I love Paul. Paul and Scotty Olsen, my brother. That's my brother there, man.
Yeah.
And that's Danny Sherry's daddy too, standing beside him, man. Brian. Oh, you're
Yes.
good
Brian
people,
Sherry.
man.
Yeah.
Yes. And we had what's that? Downey, Ray Downey and Billy Downey. We had a strong team. Strong team. Yeah, we would have rivaled any team that Canada would have. Yeah.
You guys did amazingly well. So I'm going to actually just, Champ, just make sure you sit back or sit down a tad just so we can get your whole profile in there. Yeah, there you go. We were missing some of your head there earlier on. So there we go.
Okay.
There we go. That's good. Yeah. Excellent. Okay. So, no, you're talking about your first international breakthrough, your first loss. This is the final of the 1985 World Cup.
Yeah.
Were you surprised? Were your teammates surprised about over your tremendous success?
Well, everybody didn't know. Well, I was like a phenomenon, right? Because a phenom, whatever. Because I never lost since I laced up the gloves. My first fights were most 90% knockout rate, and I was winning all my fights. So. But at that level now, we're fighting at the World Cup level. Didn't expect me to achieve that much. Didn't expect me to. I should have been knocked out a long time ago, fighting Cubans and fighting the best Americans and the Russians. I should have been beat up already. But I didn't have no experience. The only thing I had was aggression, punching power, and the will to win. And that's what kept me in the game.
Beautiful. Like you and Lennox Lewis, what a phenomenal duo you guys were. Did you push each other? And did you guys push each other? And how much did Adrian have to do with your success? We see him in a lot of photos.
Adrian, oh man, that Adrian was the man. He made me who I was, and he helped me strengthen me in my learning of the craft. Right, he made me enjoy the science of boxing. Right, Adrian was phenomenal, man. I love that man. Was a great trainer, and he brought the fire out in me. Fundamentally, he helped me achieve a lot of the things in my international tournaments because he had that European style, right? So a lot of the Canadians and Americans, they have the American style. So a lot of times you go over to Europe, you're going to lose a decision because you got your hands down, right? Because a lot of them using the Philly shell in the States. And the only thing that saves them is their natural ability and maybe their leg movements and stuff like that. But now we notice now in the European style, now they have their hands, lead hand up, and they're little light. They're light on their feet, and they're not committing so much. They're tap, 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 tap. So I developed a little bit of that. Plus, I had the punching power, and that helped me when I go over to Europe and fight. Because a lot of times I had to travel. There's just only three of us going because not everybody's going. Will take a risk and fight at that level. So I'd go to enter some big tournaments. Like I went to the Stockholm Box Open and I won the best boxer there. In St. Nazaire, France, I won the best boxer in that tournament too. So there was a year that I was winning all the big tournaments. I was the best boxer and stuff like that. The top three or whatever.
I know that you and Lennox had a lot of wars in the gym. Despite the fact that you were quite a bit shorter and smaller than him, but you pushed him hard, and I know you hit him hard.
He pushed me too. He pushed me too. He pushed me too. It was a blessing because he's heavy-handed. He's a big guy. He's a big, heavy-handed guy. But I brought the fire out in him, and he brought the fire out in me. He pushed me. And I pushed him. I certainly pushed him. I had to push him on survival because he's heavy-handed. He was knocking everybody out, and Adrian ran out of people to put us in the ring with him. So he put us in. And it was like, oh my gosh, war, city. They had to shut down some of that. And even when he turned pro, it was the same thing. It was like war. Oh my God.
Yeah, not a lot of guys took punches from Lennox Lewis.
If you think Ruddock Bowe versus Lennox was a good one, or Lennox versus Tyson, come on, you should have seen some of our battles. We were beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah, you could have sold tickets for your gym sparring, right? Yeah,
yeah, you could have. You could have definitely could have. Definitely could have. That's why I was able to fight a lot of the big guys, and knock them out, beat them up. Klitschko's. I used to go in the ring. I go to Germany and spar with Klitschko, Vladimir and Vitaly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, those are big guys.
So we got some.
I had to step to them. I just stepped to them. They couldn't hold me back.
I mean, what a dynamic duo. So you guys are heading to you've had this impressive string of wins and knockouts and titles, and you guys are both going now to the Olympics. And just before the Olympics, you guys are you're featured on Much Music's "Soul in the City." It's a feature that they did on you guys, and we actually have a look. Let's have a look.
Oh, yes, I think we're going to shock the world by bringing the gold back to our country and having the world championship belt around our waist after the Olympics.
You got Egerton Marcus and Lennox Lewis, and we're going to do a little rap for you. We're part of the Olympic boxing team, so here it goes.
Check it out. I'm the king of the ring, the master of the sting. Gonna knock them suckers right out of the ring. Gonna do the best I can to bring the gold back to Canada. You see, cause I'm done.
Where did you guys find that? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Where did you find that?
Yeah, what? We dug it up, yeah.
Oh my God. Come on, man. My delivery would be better now, man.
Yeah. So tell me but did you ever consider a music career? You talked about singing in the room before battling the Americans.
Yeah, certainly music is a big part of the whole thing. Music, fighting, there's something about it that brings me together. So I love singing, I love music, and I love to put my hands on people. But that's about it. I mean, there's two things I love: music, food, boxing, hitting people, being the best. All these things are, is part of my makeup, my DNA.
Well, you talk about being the best, okay? And at the '88 Olympics in Seoul, you were terrific and almost the best. You beat Emmanuel Legaspi of the Philippines, Darko Dukic of Yugoslavia, Sven Otke of West Germany, Syed Hussein Shah of Pakistan. Then against the finals, you faced Henry Maske of East Germany. Great fight. Mm-hmm. Apparently, you suffered a hand injury, though, in the first round. What happened, and how did that affect you the rest of the way?
Oh, it affected me like everything. I believe that's what really, really messed me up in the game, because I broke my hand early in the fight. I didn't break it in the finals fight. I broke it after my second fight.
Oh, wow. So you fought all the way with a broken hand?
Yeah. So when I was fighting the Pakistan guy, my hand was broken. I broke my hand on my second fight.
Or
my second fight.
Okay. Oh wow!
Who was my
that would be
fight?
against Dukic of Yugoslavia.
No, is it Yugoslavia or the Russian?
You fought Filipino, Yugoslavia, West Germany, then Pakistan in the semis.
I broke my hand on Otke's big head.
Yeah, West Germany. Yeah. Okay.
It was West Germany. Yeah, I couldn't remember. I was wondering where I broke my hand. I thought it was in Yugoslavia, but I think it's Otke's big head. I broke my hand with.
So that would have been in the quarterfinals. Yeah. So then you fought the semis and won with a broken hand. Yeah.
Yeah. So every time I swing my hand, oh my God. Because I fought the guy from Pakistan before. I fought him in Indonesia. I stopped him because I won the best box of that tournament in Indonesia, the Jakarta Cup. right? So if you can
Right.
go back and check the records. I beat him in the finals of that. He was a really good boxer too. Hassan Shah.
Mm-hmm.
There's a movie about him too. He's a real. Oh my God, that kid! He shot the
He's a
hell
hero
out of
in
me. He was
Pakistan.
boxing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could box. He boxed like Ali, man. He looks good. But yeah, we rumbled. I rumbled with him before, and I stopped him then. But I couldn't do much. He survived in the Olympics. He got away from me in the Olympics because I guess he noticed my hands was messed up.
Yeah. So both you he would have had a bronze medal, and you of course went on to win the silver. Was it tough to lose to Maske? I mean, was it tough to settle for silver?
It was tough. It was the second time we fought him, and I fought him again. I fought him before, right? I did. I went down to, I don't know even what happened. I went down to middleweight a year, and I fought him in a tournament in Germany. And his own people was booing him because they thought I won.
Mm-hmm.
And he won a decision. Yeah. He won a split decision on me in Germany. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to say the one thing about boxing is and some of the other individual sports is that when you're playing for the gold, when you're fighting for the gold, and you lose, you walk away with the silver medal, but you're not exactly, in a happy place. Even though, I mean, you're the second best fighter on planet Earth in your weight class. It's still a loss, and it's tough, right?
It's still a loss. Oh my God! No, but you see what? I was fighting with one hand pretty well. In one hand, by the time I got to Henry Maske, I was just trying to catch him with that left hook. Right? I would put the right hand out there, but I couldn't throw it. And every time even if I punch with it, I'm feeling the pain. So that hand was dead.
Mm-hmm.
And
pretty tough to win a gold medal with one hand.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, it is. Yeah. It is. It is. It is. Right. Now you tell me. Shit.
But that was okay. I want to talk a little more about those specific games, and we had Lennox on the show, and but before that, his final fight was his gold medal fight with Ruddock Bowe, and he's got So let's watch a little bit of that. Let's watch a little bit of Lennox talk.
Bowe won the first round because he surprised me. His best punch was the uppercut, and I put my head down for it. And I remember, that was a big problem I had in the amateurs. Sometimes I put my head too low and not keeping your head up. And that was a situation where he caught me, and it was really just a wake-up shot for me. It's like I was so upset that I got caught with that punch that I came out, furious the next round. And I said, yo, I came to the Olympics to win. So, if I lose and I've still got breath left, then I didn't work hard enough. I've got to work until I can't work no more. And that's what I went out in the second round to do. I said he's gonna have to hurt me bad or knock me out to win, because I'm going for it.
And he certainly did. And you saw the first guy to congratulate him on the ropes was you, and Asif came along as well. But how cool was that to be part of that gold medal?
Because I was on his ass. I was freaking out. I was like, after the first round, I was so pissed that he let Bowe, who was talking all this stuff about him, beat him that first round. So I was mad. I was standing at the corner of the rope. I was yelling all kinds of stuff, telling him to go. And then when he won, I was like a weight off my shoulders. I was so happy because I saw it when he picked up the energy and he started stepping to Bowe and started beating him up. I started jumping. I was like, yes, that's what we came here to do. That's what we came here to do. So I was so happy for him. I was so proud and happy because guess what? We did it. So that was great. That was a great moment right there.
Well, Lennox takes the gold, you take the silver, Ray Downey got bronze. What did it feel like to be part of the greatest Canadian showing at any Olympics ever? What did it feel to be part of that?
I was happy and I was disappointed at the same time because some of the greatest fighters didn't get featured in this because Asif Dar didn't get a great break there because he, some illegal punch. Yeah, it was not a tough draw. He could have handled that draw. I think it was the decisions.
There were a lot of questionable decisions in '88. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so a lot of little things. Some of my good friends didn't get what they went there for, but I was satisfied with what I did, but I wasn't totally happy. I was more sad than anything else. I was just hurt. I wanted to win that gold badly. And I guess fighting the guy, Henry Maske, I fought him in Germany and his own people booed him when I won. I won the decision, but everybody else was cheering, I guess.
Yeah.
The first time I fought him.
They knew who won. They knew who really won. Yeah.
Because the Europeans have a funny way of booing, right? They don't boo, they whistle.
Oh, yeah. I remember the Russians do that a lot too.
Yeah, they whistle. So they were whistling, and everybody else was cheering for me. But they gave Maske the decision a 3-2 split.
Yeah. Even you're fighting with a yeah.
And now,
okay,
second time was a broken hand. Yes.
Yeah, first time you beat him, but didn't get the decision. The second time you fought him with a broken hand. But you would fight him again. We're gonna get to that too. But first of all, I want to talk about you turned professional, which is a lot of people were looking forward to that after the great amateur career you had, and you had quite the run. Your pro debut came against Leroy Moore in Atlantic City, April 14, 1989. Very impressive. First round, a left hook is going to send Moore to the canvas. He got back up and took a standing 8 count. But you would drop him again with another left. All 4 of your first 4 fights were first round knockouts. Was there any one punch that did the damage, and were you kind of expecting this to be the rest of their career, like one round knockouts for Egerton Marcus?
You know what? I'm naturally heavy handed, and my style is aggressive. I'm not you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And if we're in the ring, I'm gonna be fighting out 90%.
You got a cheerleader with you. That's good.
my daughter.
Yeah.
90% of our 90% of our video call. Yeah, I'm on a video call, baby. Okay, 90% of our, I'm fighting top guys, right?
Yeah.
So we're fighting at a certain level. So I'm okay, baby. Let me talk to you later. Okay. One more thing. Okay,
what's your daughter's name?
Victoria.
What's your daughter's name? Victoria. Hi, Victoria. We'll catch up with you later. We'll show you. We'll show you the show later. Okay. Nice to see you, Victoria.
Are you okay? That'll come back. That'll come soon.
Yeah, that'll be okay.
Okay.
So anyway, we talked about the Leroy Moore fight. You talked about all these first round knockouts that you had coming out of the gate as a professional. How did you end up with Lou Duva?
You know what? Scotty Olsen, I don't know if Scotty was talking to them before, but then he gave me the link. He called. He said this guy is interested and he likes to talk to you, and he set me up to Lou Duva, and I guess they called me and la. But I got through Scotty Olsen pretty well. But everybody was talking about Lou. I didn't know Lou and all of them, but I signed up with them. But that's the way it goes, man. But I think,
were you happy with it? Were you happy with that? Were you happy with that arrangement?
I was happy with the team. I had a strong team. I had some great fighters in a part of the team, like Holyfield, and I had Pernell Whitaker, the late great Pernell Whitaker, Meldrick Taylor, all these top guys in my team, and I was learning from these guys, and I was getting the experience. Mark Breland and all these guys were in camp.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? From one time or the other, you know. So I was able to get a lot of experience, so I could be safe in the game. You know, and you know, for that, I was happy to be a part of the Duva team because of the experience I got. But I believe that I needed more experience with a contract negotiation and all that stuff. That's what really kind of slowed down my career. You know, the choices I was made, and I was locked in, so I couldn't really do my own thing. I couldn't, you know, compete, fight. It's not like you can fight. It's not like you can fight who you want to fight. Like back in you're a Canadian champion. I'm used to fighting. Okay, you're the next one. I'm fighting you. Okay, that's it. But now guys will be avoiding you all year. They'll be avoiding you. They don't want to fight you, so you have to wait. They pay step aside money for me, and I had so many fights. So I had to sit around and sit on my hands and not get the break I need. You know,
you finally. Right.
I figured the pros would be like the amateurs, where I figured the pros would be like the amateur that, okay, you'd fight the best. You will get the chance to fight, and then that's it. No, pros, there's a lot. Things don't happen like that. When you start looking too good, people don't want to fight you. They find ways to sidestep you, and you'll be waiting all year on your hands. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
I wasn't sitting on his hands. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so eventually, you did get your your chance at the title. You were 14-0 at the time, and 12 of your first 14 fights were knockouts. And then it's the rematch with Henry Maske, and it's the rematch of that Olympic final from a few years early. The fight was close early on. At one point, Maske pushed you down. It was in the 7th round. It was ruled a knockdown, but it was clearly a push on your back.
Yeah,
it's not a knockdown, but they, of course, Duva went nuts and climbed into the ring because they ruled it a knockdown. And there he is. So this is going on. What it's an unfriendly crowd, and it's a nasty situation to be in. I think Maske at the time was 25-0, and you're 14-0. What were you expecting in this fight, and what do you think happened?
Well, what happened? It was like, okay, I got sick. I ate in the restaurant. I wasn't protected when I went down to Germany. I didn't eat. When I was sick, I started throwing up after the fight. I was I had food poisoning or something. I was sick like a dog. When I went in the fight, boom, the first round, I felt okay. And I felt the style I used to fight Maske, it wasn't productive because I had my lead hand, the Philly shell. They had me fighting the Philly shell when I'm fighting the European guy.
Mm-hmm.
The times I was competing with Maske, the times I competed with Maske is when I had my lead hand up, right? And I pressure him with the jab.
It's a European style, right?
But I had the Philly shell.
Jab, working off the jab, hands high, working off the jab. Yeah, right.
Yeah. You the European would be fighting. You're fighting kind of taller, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't doing it. Now, if you look at the fight, he just boxed my ears off because I had my hand Philly shell. What the hell? And the guy that invented the Philly shell wasn't the one that trained me for that fight.
Mm-hmm.
Because they switched trainers on me. It wasn't George Benton anymore. George Benton wasn't in my corner for that fight. If Benton was there, maybe you might see it a little different now because we have a better trainer.
Might have adjusted things for you. Yeah,
I would have made an adjustment, but I couldn't make an adjustment. I learned Philly shell from a guy that learned the Philly shell from somebody else who learned the Philly shell from them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm fighting, and I'm sure, I'm 100% sure I got food poisoning because the food I went to a restaurant like in Germany. I don't know. Maybe they're hedging their bets. But
right.
I didn't. I was sick in that fight. I was sick as a dog in that fight. After the fight, I was throwing up. I had to run to everything. It's like, what?
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
it makes you wonder what, how are you getting your food and who is involved?
It's a dirty game. It's a dirty game.
Yeah.
And hindsight is 2020. If I had a little bit more backing with me, I would have done, maybe have my own cook, my own chef come with me or something.
Yeah.
But I wasn't protected in that fight. Nobody protected me, maybe it's ignorance on my part. Could be, but it's definitely, I know I had food poisoning in that fight when I fought Maske. And I'm fighting the Philly shell. I'm fighting the Philly shell with a guy on a European style. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
Right?
Had you an opportunity to do it over again, there would have been a couple of things you changed, and the outcome might have been different.
A lot of things that would change. A lot of things that would change.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have gone over there with people that just are cheerleaders in the corners.
Yeah. Right.
I've gone over there with the real trainers that would tell me, hey, keep your hand up, keep your lead hand up.
Yeah.
You're not fighting American fighters.
Yeah.
That's about it. That was funny because I used to kill the European guys when I came over here. When I used to travel to Europe, I used to kill them. That's why Maske. I had a split decision with him in his own country, in his own hometown.
In East Germany, yeah.
Yeah, because I stepped to him. I stepped to him and I had the European style because my trainer was European. My trainer was Adrian.
Yeah. Right. Romanian.
Yeah, Romanian.
Yeah.
So I stepped to him and he was like, his own people booed him.
Yeah. So after the pro career continued, you had some success in there. You won the NABF title. I mean, had a lot of success. You fought mostly as a light heavyweight, but eventually you came back to fight for the Canadian heavyweight title. Our old pal Razor Ruddock, and I got a chance to call that fight along with Joe Bowen and baby Joe Macy, and was in Niagara Falls, New York side, and pretty exciting card. And you obviously Razor's got the reach, and you did a lot to in this fight. You had won every round until this in round 10, and until it was stopped. But every round of the fight you won, and we had you like almost like a 9-0 heading into that 10th round, and then this happened, right? So tell us about that fight and that outcome.
Well, what happened is like, it's not so much of what Razor did to me, it was what happened to me naturally. My legs was cramped up. I got sick. It's like, what is happening to me? I'm fighting him. I'm winning the fight, but my legs, I couldn't feel my legs. Cramped up. Boom, he hit me with shots. And, you're in the ring with a big heavyweight. Forget about it. You can't, even a jab would knock you out. But, I don't know. I don't know what happened there because I felt I was maybe moving too much. Maybe I ran out of gas. Maybe, I'm just thinking a lot of things that happened in that fight, but I was certainly winning the fight. But, I just really go over it in my mind and I know there's so much more I could have changed. But, because if hindsight were 2020, I felt I should have stepped to Razor more instead of moving away from him, boxing him so much, putting that weight on my legs to get tired like that in the last round. I could have stepped to him and tie him up and hit him and beat him down a little bit more. I just think the strategy that I used, it was working, but I think I was moving too much.
Yeah.
And then
it was your second last fight. You actually came back and had a win over Carl Gathright. What prompted that return? Just wanted to come back and do one more time?
Yeah, because you know what? Every fighter, when you leave the ring, I don't want to leave on the L. I want to leave with a W.
Yes. Right.
Right? I want my last memory of this game be a W, not an L. I'm leaving because guess what? Somebody kicked my ass and run me out of this game. You know? No.
Yeah.
I wanted to be a W. So I ended it. And Carl Cartwright surprised me too, because he had a good right.
Yeah.
I call him Carl got right. Is that get right?
Yeah.
Just got right.
Yeah. Got right.
Man, he
got right.
Got right, hit me with a right. I was like, what the what? Then I had to really then I sunk then the whole memory, my fundamentals started creeping back in and I started shutting them down again. But I got a little excited and he shook me up a little bit, man. I think what round was it? Did you see the video?
I don't know, yeah. No, I didn't see the video. The guy fight. Yeah.
One round, he hit me with a shot and then whoop, 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 whoop. I said, what the hell?
And then
I came back the next round and I shut him down. I said, okay, I got to just slow it down and beat him. Because I was a little too aggressive in the first with him because it's been so long I haven't fought. I got a little aggressive.
It was like 6 years between fights. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I was like, okay, I was aggressive. And then they're like, whoa, run out of gas. And Carl got right, had it right. He got the right. And then I started, my fundamentals started creeping back in and I started outboxing and beating him up. And then the fight was over.
Yeah. Hey, listen, Vic, our producer Vic has a question for you. Vic?
Yes.
Bring it on, brother.
Bring it on, Vic.
Bring it on, Vic. Brother Vic, what do you got? He's probably setting up here. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Mike Tyson walked into the ring. It looked like he was under hypnosis with the white towel, and he walked in like he's hypnotized. I asked Lennox what was his pre-fight routine. He said, clear out the room and listen to Bob Marley. That's all he did. What was your pre-fight routine?
I would focus on what I'm the fight. I would pray. I pray to God to protect me and just bring that warrior out and be strong. And that's about it. I just pray for protection and just focus on what I'm there to do, and that's it. And then when I'm ready, I'm ready.
Right.
And to psych nobody up. I just got to be ready. Once I'm ready, I'm ready. You know what I mean? So I don't need to hype anything up. Yeah.
You have last time we chat. I mean, I've met you. We hooked up a few times before, but you showed me your hands, and show us your hands. Let's go full frame on these hands, Vic. Maybe back up a smidge. Back up a smidge. Yeah, back up a smidge.
Okay.
There's your right hand, and
this is one I broke it right here.
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of damage, and your left hand too. But both of them are pretty mangled up. It's part of a box. I mean, I suffered a broken knuckle on my left hand one time. It was called the boxer's fracture, but it's not my hands. They always say that. Are nothing like yours are, man. Those are something else.
These are this bone was back here. They had to graft they take a piece of bone out of my hip. And to make this bone, make it longer. So that's the incision they made here. They took a piece of bone out of my hip and they put it in here. So this knuckles is up here. And before it was back here. That's why this knuckle's so big. You see this lead knuckle?
Wow. Yeah.
So because this was all the way back here. So that's what they call a bone graft. They did a bone graft.
Was that during your career they did that? So you could... get back in there.
They did it. They did it just before I signed to just when I signed to Duva. I had to go to New York and get a bone graft done.
Wow!
And then
tools of the trade, eh?
Yeah, because I keep cracking like they from the Olympics. I keep breaking it. I crack it again in training. So they did the bone graft, and I sparred a few rounds sometimes, and then bang, I crack it again. So they had to rest it again. That's why I had a few delays with my training, with my climbing up the ladder.
You had to wait until everything had healed properly before you could actually continue your career.
Well, no, not necessarily, because when things healed, people were scared. You get what I'm saying?
Scared to fight you?
Yes, they didn't want to fight me. when I was healed, they didn't want to step up and fight me because I was a hungry dog. I was hungry. I was a hungry lion, ready to eat.
Any challenges for you post career, post boxing? Was it a difficult transition for you?
Yes, of course. It's always a difficult transition because you got to deal with civilians, and civilians have emotions, and you got to learn to manage yours. Because in boxing, you try not to have emotions, because emotions is what saps your energy. You got to try to focus on facts, on fundamentals, not how you feel and how this person looks, and you know what I'm saying? So we have to learn to manage our emotions. So it's different. It's different now because we're dealing with a lot of emotional men out here. We're dealing with people that they believe, my emotion, I felt this way and I just acted that way. So we have to learn how to manage our emotions, because as a fighter you can't be emotional if you want to be in this game. I'm gonna tell you, all these young fighters, they got to stop with the emotions. Work with fundamentals and facts. Right?
You had a bit of an acting career. You've had a bit of an acting career. You were in Assault on Precinct 13 or Cinderella Man. A nice role in that movie. God. Get Rich or Die Trying. What did you think of the acting business?
I love it. I love acting. I love it. I mean, I met Russell Crowe. He's a tremendous actor. I was in the gym with him, watching him do his thing. Samuel Jackson, I was there with him, and I did some work with him and Charles Dutton and all these great guys. Man, oh my God, it's humbling. It's humbling, and it's a great experience to be out there to showcase a different side of me, a different part of me. I love to do it again. I love to do some more of that, but it's kind of hard right now with I don't know. We'll see what happens with this tariff thing. I don't know if they're stopping people from crossing the borders to work or what. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's happening with that, but acting is a great job. Great job. You can continue to do that till you're 90.
That's right. Yeah. We need some old boxers. Are you got any old boxers kicking around? Well, I think we know one. Here. Yeah.
Huh?
An old boxer. We need an old boxer for the movie. You got anybody you know? Yeah. Right here.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, call me, man. Call me. I'm ready. Old boxer. But they probably get me as a trainer now. They probably get me as a trainer.
So here's the question then. Here's the question to ask you. If they said to you, we're going to pay you $1 million, you have to hop back in the ring with Razor Ruddock, would you do it?
Come on, man. I'll beat his ass. He wouldn't have been there with me. I'll beat his ass. You know what happened the last time. Come on. Razor, come on, man.
Okay, Joe, make it happen. Make the fight happen.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Hey,
if Mike can make it,
that was a lot of fun.
I'll be Razor. I'll be Razor. Huh?
The fight was a lot of fun. You got two Canadian legends.
I just used the wrong style. I just used the wrong style on him. I ran too much. They had me running like a little girl, man. I was boxing like a little girl. I didn't have to move that much. I could have stepped to him, stay in the pocket, and But it was a strategy I used, and I'm not making excuses. That was it. The strategy I used.
Right.
He won the fight, but he didn't beat the man.
Right. So this past November, you were inducted into the Boxing Canada Hall of Fame. What a class of 24 it was.
Yeah.
You, along with Dominic Mullane, Troy Ross, Ray Downey, Jennifer Ogg, Jamie Pagandum, Howard Grant, Colin Gale. Pretty impressive group. What was that like to be, inducted into the Boxing Canada Hall of Fame?
Being there with my cousin, my cousin being
cousin Troy,
my cousin, my little cousin Troy, and my little brother Dominic, and his other, and Jamie Paganev and all these guys I pretty well came up with. I mean, I grew like my prominent, dominant years. These guys were in my life. I mean, these guys are family. It was an honor to be around them, and it's a pleasure to watch them grow and they have kids and see them, expand themselves and become better people. And oh man, I was so happy. It's a blessing. You know what I mean? It's a blessing. These guys are. I love Dominic.
A lot of quality individuals right there. Yeah.
My little brother Dominic.
Yeah.
He's a good guy, man. He's a good little guy. A lot of these guys I've seen. I knew them. A lot of these guys, I knew them when they were young. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They had to come with their parents. They couldn't come out by themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, oh man.
We were at Troy's 50th birthday party recently. That was a lot of fun.
Can you believe that? He's 50. I think he's lying about his age, though.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go.
He's older than 50. He's older than 50, man.
Yeah, is he? Okay. Well, you're his cousin. You would know. Man.
Yeah, I know. He's lying about his age.
Yeah.
He's even 50. What 50-year-old birthdays I went there? More than 50, man.
So tell us what you're doing now. Like, what are you doing now? I know you're helping out with your mom's shop. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I'm at my mom's store, Spiritual Kedar. We're at Jane and Western Road area, which sells. Hi. Okay, he's on the.
She's still in the show from you. So Spiritual Kedar. Tell us about it. Yeah.
Okay, Spiritual Kedar products.
Spiritual Kedar products. There you go.
Yeah, I'm going to walk through the store and then maybe I can show you.
Oh, you're at the store. Oh, perfect. There you go. Okay.
I'm at the store, so I'm not open yet, but I'm going to turn on the lights.
You got to move your thumb. You got to move your thumb.
What, my thumb? Is that my thumb?
There you go.
Wait.
There you go.
It's those big hands. Your big hands are in the way.
It's those big broken hands of yours. Yeah, getting.
God, whatever.
There you go. You got to
wait. No, wait.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay, this is Spiritual Kedar.
So where's the store at?
It's 1352 Western Road.
Okay, 1352
1 block
Western
Road. One block south of Jane on Western Road.
On Western Road.
Can you see? Should I come out of the Zoom?
Oh no, you can flip.
Should I turn the camera around?
Yeah, turn the camera on. Yeah, you do that.
You
can do that right now. Maybe you can't on the call. You might just have to turn it around.
I don't think you can.
Okay, no, you can't on the call. You just have to turn the family cam. There we go. Well, we're getting an idea. Yeah. That's good. Yeah. Wow, it's a big shot. Yes. Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. We got incense, candles, oils, all kinds of stuff. My mom is the boss here. She runs the shop. Yeah. I'm the other boss.
Homeland. You're the she's the boss. You're just the employee. There you go.
Grunt. I'm the grunt.
That is the grunt to the drummer.
And the enforcer. Beautiful.
Yeah. And the enforcer.
Yeah,
Don't mess with anybody at the Spiritual Kedar product shop, or you got to deal with Egerton Marcus.
Exactly. They don't.
Pound for pound, hardest puncher on the planet. There you go. Right there.
Oh my God. Thanks, Joe.
Yeah. I gotta ask you too, Egerton. But as we're getting the tour here, any particular fighters in Canada right now that sort of get your attention and make you think this is a guy that can do some big things?
I haven't really. When you're out of the game, you're kind of out of the game. I haven't been looking at any new fighters and seeing what they have, because there's a lot of these guys are just smoke and mirrors, really.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. We got a couple of guys. We had a couple of guys on the show. For example, we've had Lucas Body, who's the Niagara Falls fighter. Lucas Body for Niagara Falls. This guy's 19-year-old.
He's pretty good.
Yeah,
didn't he just knock out some top guy?
Yeah.
He's the guy with knocked left hook, right?
Yeah. Crazy good left hook.
I'm happy.
And the right hand lead, which he floored that in his last fight, he floored the guy at the right hand This is right between the rounds.
You underestimate
his cornerman said, when you get a chance to launch the right-hand lead and see what happens. And here we go. Boom!
Boom!
Yes, another Kristen and Billy who fought in the weekend. Another great fighter, guy fighting out of Montreal. So, we got some good fighters in Canada right now, and some good
we do
fighters to watch. Oh yeah, and there's also Sarah Bailey, Stevie Bailey's wife, who is incredible, a world champion. Sarah, keep your eye open for her. She fights a unification fight in Ottawa. In September. Wow. So keep your, Wow. We had her on the show as well. Yeah.
Sylvia, what's her name? Sylvia Bailey?
Sarah Bailey.
Sarah Bailey. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Keep your eye open for Sarah Bailey. She's doing some amazing things. Okay. Before we go, champ, we're partnered with a group called Believe, Become, Be You. It's a mentorship program for kids 10 to 17, inspired by the late Sean Gindy, led by Papa Jack Gindy. What's a message you would have for any kids who might be struggling to find their way?
Well, I believe in God, and I believe you got to pray and be strong, and focus on something. Find something you love to do. Find something you love to do, and try to be the best you can at it. And then you'll find the love. You'll find love. All right.
Beautiful. All right. Yeah. Pray. Do what you love to do and find love. Yeah. Focus.
Yes, and you find it.
Okay, Egerton, thanks for taking this time to join us. It's been a blast. It's great to catch up again. And
Joe,
good luck with
pleasure talking to you again,
everything
brother.
you do in the future. Yeah, it's awesome. Okay, when we come back, Steve Molitor talks about what it was like to capture his first world championship. In 1992, the best locally owned restoration companies came together with one goal: to make disaster recovery better for Canadians. And to this day, DKI remains one of the only 100% Canadian-owned disaster restoration groups in the market. Fire, flood, or storm damage. When things go wrong, the right help makes all the difference. With the right tools and local expertise, we handle everything from emergency response to full-scale restoration, getting homes and businesses back on track the right way. Because a home is more than four walls, a business is more than a building, and recovery is about more than repairs. When you choose DKI, you're choosing a company that's put Canada first since 1992. Locally owned, nationally backed, Canadian through and through. Addiction Rehab Toronto, Toronto's #1 alcohol and drug treatment center. Saving lives, reuniting families. The only treatment center in the province to offer medical detox, treatment, sober living, and lifetime aftercare all in one place. Our unique and specialized programs are designed to equip our clients with the tools to successfully lead a life of dignity, respect, and purpose. Let us help save your life or your loved one's life. Call today for more information or to facilitate an intervention. 1-855-787-2424 or visit addictionrehabtoronto.ca. Hearing loss doesn't have to mean missing out. At Hear Canada, we help you take charge with a complimentary hearing assessment because confidence starts with clarity. Discover hearing aids, accessories, and expert care at your local hearing center. Not sure where to start? Our Hearing Health Guide has the basics for you or a loved one. It worked for us. Book your free assessment today at hearcanada.com. Conditions may apply.
You got the opportunity, the big one. And once again, you're the road warrior. Here's a tough test. November 10th, 2006, you're off to Hartlepool, England to face Michael Hunter. Both of you guys were undefeated. Raucous crowd. Of course, they expected their man to win here, but you would knock him out in the 5th round. Tell me about this fight and what it was like to go to Hartlepool, England to face Michael Hunter.
Well, Joe, I'm not sure if you know the exact details, but it was about 2.5 months prior to that fight in England. I was supposed to fight for the vacant IBF world title versus Gabula Babaza in South Johannesburg, South Africa. I was in there, made the weight. We had the media week, the press week. 2 days before the fight, the promoter came to me and said, "There's no fight." But Babaza had failed his blood work. He had HIV. So I had to, and I was in good shape for that fight. Obviously, it was going to be my first pro title fight. So I had to come down from that not happening to this being scheduled in November. So I had to get right back in the gym, and my mentality and hunger was just as strong. But I knew the crowd in Hartlepool. I've been to England before. The way they support their fighters is just crazy. So I knew mentally I had to be just as much ready as I was physically to deal with that sort of atmosphere and that sort of pressure.
You can see your reaction there. That's pretty awesome. I mean, you claimed the vacant IBF bantamweight championship of the world. Or the super bantamweight, I guess it was. What did you feel like? What was it like when they announced your name as the winner? Raise your hand. Tell us about that moment. What was that like?
Just relief. You know what I mean? I'm very hard on myself, and I work very hard, and I feel like I put a lot of pressure on myself, and I wanted to please everyone as well who helped me along the way. My mother, my father, my family, my friends, my supporters, the Egerton rescues of the world. I mean, the work that Chris had put in, the financial support that James Jardine and U.S. Traffic had given me, support from Alan Tremblay, and just all my family and friends. And then, but most importantly, just for myself, it's something since I was 9 years old that I'd given my life to. I missed a lot of stuff growing up as a kid. I missed parties, school trips. I missed a lot. I missed everything in my life. My whole life was just boxing. So for once in my life, I was happy for myself that I did what I wanted to do, and I worked hard for it, and I got it.
Discover the secret to timeless vitality at Renew Medical Center in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Our specialists unravel the science of aging, tailoring plans to defy its effects. Experience cutting-edge regenerative therapies such as stem cells and exosomes, addressing aging at its core.
It's a wonderful spot, and I highly recommend it for whatever you may need, whether you just want to feel better, you want to look better, have basically a quality of life, just to ramp it up a little bit as we age.
Liberate yourself from aging-related concerns, where accountability, technology, and passion for regenerative medicine converge. Begin your path to peak health and wellness with us. Schedule your appointment today at renewpv.com and elevate your quality of life.
Parents, what's the biggest fear for kids 10 to 14? A future they think they can't handle. At Believe, Become, Be You, we know confidence in the future is a habit we can build. Our course doesn't just prepare kids for the future, it seeds them with skills they will use now. For a limited time, the I Believe in Me Foundation is offering the first 1,000 kids and their parents 1 year free access. This priceless opportunity will save you over $2,000. This isn't just a course. It's a journey in developing life-enhancing skills that will grow with your child, fostering gritty minds, creative futures, and better bonds. Get signed up now at BelieveBecomeBeYou.com. That's BelieveBecomeBeYou.com.
And we want to thank all the folks who make this show possible. These are friends, trusted business associates, and all-around great people. We highly recommend them all. Thank you for your support of Canadian sports. A reminder that the show is available on iTunes, Spotify, Breaker, wherever you get your podcast from. Also, check out our past shows on YouTube. All of our great shows are on there. Clips, shorts, like and subscribe. It's free. Our socials, at Joe Swiss Tilley on Instagram and Threads. Joe Tilley's Great Canadian Sports Show on Facebook. Thanks once again to Egerton Marcus for being on the program. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. MNP, a leading Canadian national accounting, tax, and business accounting firm. MNP proudly serves and responds to the need of their clients in the private,
public, and nonprofit sectors. Through partner-led engagements, MNP provides a collaborative, cost-effective approach to do business and personal strategies to help people and organizations to succeed across the country and around the world. With local offices in Oshawa, Mississauga, Burlington, and more, their team is here to support you. Visit mnp.ca today to learn more.
Brian Gribben Insurance Planning, helping you solidify your financial future.
At BGIP, what we do that's unique in the marketplace is we show people how to spend and enjoy their money in their early years of retirement without the fear of running out. Also, we're able to do this without you having to change financial advisors. Please look us up at bgip.ca today, and let's book a 30-minute phone call to see how we can bring value to you and your family in your planning.
Call Brian today for all your retirement needs. We did. 905-686-5678. I'm Joe Tilley, and this fall I want you to join me for the adventure of a lifetime in Peru. We're talking about a 9-day guided journey through some of the most awe-inspiring sights on Earth, starting at just $19.99. We'll explore Lima, Peru's lively capital. You'll experience rich history, beautiful architecture, and world-class cuisine. You'll also wander the vibrant streets of Cusco, where Inca heritage blends seamlessly with colonial charm, and visit the stunning Sacred Valley, known for its dramatic landscapes, ancient Inca ruins, and charming traditional villages. And the big moment? We'll ride the scenic Inca train to spend a night in Machu Picchu village, waking up early to witness a magical morning light over the ancient citadel, a once-in-a-lifetime experience you'll never forget. Craving more? Extend your trip with a stay at a luxury Amazon lodge, or visit Lake Titicaca and meet the locals on the floating islands. This all-inclusive package covers international and domestic flights, expert guided tours, entrance fees, and stays at hand-picked hotels. And here's the kicker. Book now to receive a free upgrade to first-class boutique-style hotels and a direct flight from Toronto on selected dates. Don't miss it. Let's discover the magic of Peru together. Rooted in 60 years of tradition, Sleepy Hollow is a private golf club with a friendly community of members just minutes from Toronto. With mature trees and rolling fairways, Sleepy Hollow provides a challenging and enjoyable experience for passionate golfers. Enjoy great golf, amazing dining, and a picturesque patio second to none. Visit sleepyhollowcountryclub.com.